Hey there, everybody. So, today I want to kind of go over the progress that I've made so far on my game. I'm going to be taking a bit of a stop break now that I have this title screen working, and you might be like, well, the title screen's not really much of the game yet, is it? Yeah, that is true, but the reason why I started with the title screen and all these menus and stuff first is because my game is actually built in such a way where everything is essentially a user interface, even like 3D rendered stuff. And sorry for that. And basically, you know, all of these interfaces are rendered like a user interface where they can be interacted with in the same core aspects, right? So that we can, like, have interfaces appear on top, and we can pop them and push them and things like that. So basically, the core user interface engine that swaps everything around and makes everything look good under the hood was designed you know, in this way where everything's kind of a user interface, right? And, you know, getting the title screen and menus and stuff out of the way is the easiest way to do that. And, yeah, so, this is not the final video, by the way. This is just something I threw together really fast. I don't even have the rights to the Guattari footage, so, but, yeah, whoa, the Guattari guy is pirating something. Oh my god. But yeah, that's obviously not going to appear in like the final product unless I get the rights to it, because I do actually respect artists, unlike AI people. But anyways, let's go over just the very basics of what this menu does. So it's basically, continue a new game, don't have anything working yet because there's nothing there, but I have completed the options and credits. There is also a quick game, but it doesn't really do anything. I might change this particular, like, appearance of the user interface to be a bit more aesthetically pleasing, but initially I went with, like, the design that I went with the options, and the options actually makes a bit more sense. So, so the options first I'll go over. So the options are designed to kind of look like a handy cam interface from the 2000s, right? So, you know, you got all these different options. You can actually go through the different tabs really easily, and you can see that it opens up stuff like this. And it's purposely designed to look like a handy cam interface, right? So, one thing I really want to show off is different UI models for, UI visuals for accessibility. So, first I want to show the credits. So this is what the credits look like, normally. And you can see that when you stop scrolling, it auto-scrolls. And then you can scroll like a page up, page down, and then you can go straight to the bottom or straight to the top, like that. And so, really simple interface, right? So, we have two main accessibility features right now for visuals. Right now, that is high contrast and reduced motion. So high contrast will turn things into very bright and dark colors so you can see things clearly. So when we switch, we'll see that everything kind of turns to black and white. Now, not everything is going to be black and white in the final game, but for UIs, it's very effective to be able to see everything very clearly. So now everything is just very obvious, you know, like black and white, high contrast visually, right? So there's the options menu, we were just there. And here's what the credits looks like. Notice how, you know, everything is black and white now and very easy to see. We still have the scrolling, and the behavior still acts the same. It just modifies the appearance, right? Now, we have reduced motion as well. And reduced motion actually does more to change behavior. And we'll see why in a second, right? So, reduced motion, you know, turns off the movements of shaders and things like that. It also disables the menu animations, right? And we can also see that it disables certain UI features that introduce a lot of motion. So, for example, I disabled the movie and the static shader and all that crap, right? And if we go to credits, we'll see that it actually changes the behavior as well. So first off, you'll see that we don't have the shader moving in the background, right? That's part of reduced motion. But also, if we move up and down, we'll see it doesn't scroll anymore, and that's really important because scrolling can trigger motion sickness, right? Think movement, think lots of processing that's moving. That's what triggers motion sickness. So having it just go straight makes it a lot less blech, right, to look at. So let's go back to the regular appearance so I can talk a little bit about future development while having something nice to look at. So the next part of development, after getting just the basic load and continue screen running and having the logic that displays the buttons the way that's expected for users, basically, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to start working on the overworld, right? And this game is going to be a turn-based RPG. And so there's an overworld aspect and there is a battle aspect, right? In the majority of the core game loop, this is the two parts that we're going to be focusing on, right? And I'm starting with the overworld because the overworld has certain functions and menus that can be used elsewhere. So, for example, the big one is like inventory. So I can use my inventory wherever I want, right? And, or rather, I can use my inventory in the overworld, and then that way I have the structure of the inventory already existing, so that by the time I start working on the battle scene, I already have that working, I already have a system for that, I don't have to worry about a bunch of stuff like that. The overworld is kind of like, in my perspective at least, it's kind of like the part of the game that has, like, it's like the hub, it has everything that you need in it to be able to view and things like that, and the battles are more kind of like mini games almost, where it grabs some data from that hub to create the battle. So yeah, and I'm gonna take a break from development so I think I have enough energy now to start working on that Turing paper that I wanted to do back in December, but kind of got burnt out over. And then I'm going to resume development and start working on the overworld. I don't have any assets to show off yet, so the game is not going to look like what I'm planning on doing, but I want to get the engine working so people can see, like, oh, this is the concept he's trying to do, and here's the art. And, yeah, I need to catch up on doing the concept art, too. Gosh, I've really fallen behind on that. But, yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update. And I think it looks great. There's a couple things that I want to improve now that I kind of was filming this. But, yeah, you know, small minor improvements, things like that. So, alright, take it easy, and have a good one.